So let me ask you something real quick. What if I told you there was a suburb right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, ranked one of the top suburbs in the entire country, where the schools are in the top 2 in all of North Carolina? Home values have gone up over 14% in the last year alone, and most people have never even heard of it. Well, that place is called Indian Trail, North Carolina. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before you decide to move here. We're talking real numbers, like schools, the commute, what your dollar actually gets you right now, and the honest things that most agents will not tell you. So real quick, I'm Daniel Morvell. I'm a Charlotte real estate agent with many years of experience in this specific market. And Indian Trail is genuinely one of the most underrated suburbs I work in. So let's get into it, because there's a lot to cover. So first things first, where exactly is Indian Trail and why is everyone moving here right now? Well, Indian Trail is in Union County, sitting just southeast of Charlotte, about 20 to 25 minutes from Uptown on a good day. And here is what the numbers say about this place. According to the World Population Review, Indian Trail has a 2026 population of over 45,000 people and has grown by more than 13% since 2020 census. That is not slow and steady growth. That is a community that is actively being chosen over and over again by people who have done their research and picked Indian Trail on purpose, not by mistake. And it makes total sense when you dig into why. The median household income here is just under $100,000 a year, which puts it significantly above the national average of around $74,000 a year, according to the US Census data. So you have got a community of working professionals and families who prioritize quality of life, things like good schools and getting real value of what they are spending on housing. That's important to them. That combination is exactly what makes Indian Trail work. So let's talk about the housing market, because this is the #1 thing people want to know. Right now, according to Redfin, the median house sale price in Indian Trail is sitting around $450,000, up 5% compared to last year. And according to our data from the Canopy MLS that we use in this area, prices have surged over 14% year over year since the mid-2025s, which tells you demand here is not slowing down. And I know what you're thinking. $400,000 does not sound cheap, but here's the context that matters. For that price point in Indian Trail, North Carolina, you are getting a 4-bedroom home, 2-car garage, and a real backyard, in a neighborhood with a pool and walking trails, in one of the top school districts in the entire state. That same home in South Charlotte or closer to Uptown, you are easily adding $50,000 to $100,000 to that number. And you are probably getting less square footage, just to be honest. So for first-time home buyers, there are still townhome options starting in the mid-300s. And new construction single-family homes from builders like True Homes, D.R. Horton, things like that, starting in the low 400s. And that's according to Longleaf Group's 2026 New Construction Buyer Guide for Indian Trail specifically. Now, one thing I always tell my clients about new construction is simply the builder sales agent in that office works for the builder, not for you. Having your own buyer's agent costs you nothing extra, but it makes sure someone is on your corner during the process. So if you want help with that, my contact info is linked in the description below. And real quick, stick with me because I'm going to tell you the one thing about Indian Trail that surprises almost every buyer I work with out there. And it is something that could completely change your neighborhood that you end up in. So let's talk schools, because honestly, this might be the single biggest reason people choose Indian Trail over other suburbs at the similar price point. Indian Trail is served by Union County Public Schools. And according to niche.com 2026 school district ratings, Union County Public Schools is ranked number 2, yes, number 2 in the entire state of North Carolina. So let me say that again, number 2 of every school district in the entire state of North Carolina. And the test scores data backs that up, according to Public Schools Review, obviously. Union County students average 70% math proficiency compared to the 51% in North Carolina as a whole, and 64% reading proficiency versus 50% statewide. Those are not small differences, honestly. That is a meaningful gap that shows up in your kids' education every single day. Some of the standout high schools in the district include schools like Marvin Ridge, which is ranked 15 in the entire state by US News, and Weddington High School, ranked 32 in North Carolina, according to US News. Now, here is the thing I want you to understand as a buyer. School zoning in Indian Trail depends entirely on which street you are on, not just the town you're in. Two houses 1 block apart can be zoned for completely different schools. This is exactly the kind of detail that matters when you are choosing a neighborhood. And it is something I walk my clients through street by street. So before you fall in love with a specific house, make sure which school it feeds into. And I can help you figure that out. All right, let's talk about the day-to-day life, what it actually looks like in Indian Trail. Because I want to be straight with you here. Indian Trail is a suburban community, and it lives like one. The main entertainment and dining hub is the Sun Valley District, where you will find the Sun Valley 14 movie theater, a good mix of restaurants including local spots like Gigi's Kitchen and the Trail House, which is my personal favorite, and the everyday conveniences like grocery stores and big box retail. Crooked Creek Park is a gem of the outdoor scene here. It has got ball fields, ADA accessible playgrounds, and a splash pad, believe it or not. An 18-hole disc golf course, a dog park, and a walking trail. According to the town's own community guide, Crossing Paths Park hosts concerts, movie nights, and town festivals throughout the whole year, including a 4th of July parade that is one of the biggest in the entire greater Charlotte area. Now, I want to be honest with you here again. If you are coming from a city that you love the walkable restaurant scene and lots of independent dining options, Indian Trail is not going to be that for you. Most residents drive to Matthews, Waxhaw, or into Charlotte for that experience. If you are looking for a safe, quiet suburban community where you come home to a nice house in a great neighborhood, and Charlotte is close enough to enjoy on the weekends, of course, Indian Trail is absolutely what you're looking for. So now the commute. I'm going to give it to you straight because this is one of the biggest things buyers need to think about carefully before commuting to Indian Trail. From most parts of Indian Trail to Uptown Charlotte, you are looking at about 25 to about 35 minutes on a normal day. Now, during peak rush hour, you can stretch out to about 45 or more depending on exactly where you are going. Here's the thing though, according to Area Vibes data, only 0.2% of Indian Trail commuters take public transportation, which means the vast majority of people here are driving. So if you're going to do that 5 days a week commute into Uptown Charlotte, I would factor that into your decision. But, and this is important, if you work in South Charlotte, Matthews, Monroe, or anywhere along the southeastern corridor, your commute could actually be shorter than someone living inside the city limits. And with the hybrid work schedules that so many people are having right now, most of my relocation clients in Indian Trail are making that Charlotte drive 2 or about 3 days a week at most, which makes it very manageable. The key question to ask yourself is, where am I actually going every day? Not just Uptown, where you can just point at it on a map. Let me give you the real honest pros and cons, because this is where I earn my keep as your real estate agent. By telling you the truth before you sign anything. Starting with the pros. The school district is genuinely elite. Number 2 in the whole state of North Carolina is not just marketing, it's a fact. That is real data that shows up in your kids' education and in your home's resale value, to be honest. The community has a really strong identity. Friendly neighborhoods, active parks, town events that bring people together. It feels like an actual community and not just a collection of subdivisions. The housing value is relative, and it's what you get for such a strong neighborhood with such good schools, especially compared to the closer you get to Charlotte suburbs at similar price points. And the growth trajectory here means your investment is positioned well into the long-term era. 14% year-over-year appreciation does not happen in stagnant markets, to be honest. Now, here are the honest cons. The commute into Uptown during peak hours is real, and you need to factor that in based on your specific situation. The dining and entertainment scene is more suburban and chain-heavy, and less of what the walkable local restaurant vibe and that some buyers are looking for, to be honest. Infrastructure is playing catch-up with the whole growth of this area. Roads and some services are still adjusting how fast this community has expanded. And according to bestplaces.com, the overall cost of living in Indian Trail runs about 6% above national average. So it is not a bargain basement suburb, you know. You are paying in the quality of life and the schools. So here is my honest take after many years of working in this market. Indian Trail is one of the best options in the Charlotte metro for families who are prioritizing schools and want real space and a real home without paying city prices. The buyers who chose Indian Trail 3 or 4 years ago are sitting on significant equity right now and still living in a community that genuinely love. If that sounds like what you're looking for, I would love to help you figure out if Indian Trail is right for you. If this video helped you out, hit the subscribe button below because I put Charlotte area content every single week, sometimes 2 times a week, covering every single suburb in this market just like this. Hit that like button too. It takes 2 seconds and it generally helps this video reach more people who are trying to make the same decision right now. And if you're thinking about making a move to the Indian Trail area or anywhere in the Charlotte metro area in the next 3 to 12 months, I want to be your resource. There is a link in the description below to schedule a free 15-minute video call with me. No pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation about your situation and what is going to work best for you and your family. I work with first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, empty nesters, relocations from all over the country every single week across the Charlotte metro. And before you go, if you want to see how Indian Trail compares to some of the other suburbs around Charlotte, I have got videos on Concord, Morrisville, and Fort Mill right here. And I would love to help you find the right fit. The link is right below. Grab a spot on my calendar. And like always, I really appreciate you watching this video to the end, and I will see you on the next one.